Hello, fellow traders. Douglas here, and it's time for the next daily summary. Let's talk about what happened today. Again, as usual, when I got up, when I was here at the market, so it was about around here. DAX had already made a significant movement on the Asian session and then started consolidating. So, there was something like this right here, where we could see a line of resistance, right? And on the other hand, I saw this candle right here. Yeah. So basically, there was something like this, and that's what I basically, that's the first trade right there that I decided to move. So to make. I looked for a little bit while at this situation, and I thought, what would be the most likely to happen right now? Well, since there is well, the whole day was very bullish, right? The whole day was bullish, so I figured out that this could be, like the good level of support. So I took this measurement, took this candle, and I made a trade. The trade was this right here. You see the trade. The trade was very successful, happened very quickly. Well, relatively quickly. I basically didn't, I wasn't even looking at it. I just said that, I opened the trade from my expert advisor here by clicking the button, telling, first measuring and then clicking the button. Now I don't actually now exactly remember which candle I was clicking. Maybe I was clicking this one, or yeah, most probably. And or I know, you could look at the Discord server and go see where where was the first one? The first one was right uh, there. Yeah, right there. Yeah. So yeah, it was basically clicked. It was basically clicked here, right? So okay, so now we see that. Since we see that, we can come back to. So it was basically clicked right there, like this. Yeah. It was clicked like this, and so the profit level was at this moment, at this point. However, this take profit line is just orientational. It's not the one. It's not the one that the expert advisor calculates. The expert advisor calculates the profit level according to a fixed, or let's say a given profit factor that is predefined by me or by the trader, in the inputs, right? So this this level is the level of the it should be somewhere around in the vicinity of this line, right? Especially because this line is calculated from this level, exactly from this line, and not from the point where the trade is, right? So so basically there's if the trade were taken directly on the line, it would have been right there. Yeah, the stop loss would have been trailed to about this right here, to this level. Yeah. So yeah. I just heard I was doing something else, and I heard in my headphones that there was this, the sound of my stop loss level being changed or modified, and then I quickly looked at the charts. I saw that the market was still going a little bit higher, but then it turned around and closed it, right? So I was very satisfied with this trade, though as you see, I didn't risk much. I was just risking one lot. Mm. But again, in the situation like this, I prefer to risk smaller positions than to go in at bigger positions, because you know it's risky, uh, especially taking into account that the market is consolidating and not in some kind of a strong trend. Okay, so that was the first trade, yeah. So what happened later? The market, came back, went up a little bit more, exactly to the resistance level, and then it went back down again to the support level, and went back up again, and started going like started showing a tendency to go up, at least, yeah. So I took a long right here, and that long was pretty simple. It was like this, yeah. And basically, on seeing that something is wrong here, I just, first of all, I moved my stop loss to this level, from here to this level, because, the market was showing, at the beginning, the market was showing a tendency to go up, right? But then after, on this candle, it went a little bit up, and it stopped, and it started doing its funny dance, yeah, more towards more downwards than upwards, yeah. So I just waited out a little bit more, and then when I saw here on this candle, because this candle gave me hope. On the beginning of this candle, I thought, okay, so maybe we're gonna continue, right? And then all of a sudden it turned around, and it started, jumping, doing the jumping jacks, and I thought, okay, it's better to close it right now than to get a stop loss. So I did that exactly, and that's it. I mean, we can see that later the market actually did go a bit higher, even though it didn't exactly reach the take profit level, but it would have been, most probably would have been also closed like this one by the mechanism of the expert advisor, somewhere here, I think, most probably, or at this level, yeah, somewhere right there. Okay, so yeah, anyways, yeah, that happened. It doesn't matter. Because of this action, I decided to go short right there, and I did go short. But again, what you can see here is that there is two 15-minute candles right here, so it's 30 minutes, and there is only one uh, range, one Renko bar, yeah, only one Renko bar, which means that during 30 minutes the market was basically jumping, or oscillating within about 7 pips, which is really ridiculous, especially for an instrument like the DAX index. So yeah, so it was so ridiculous that I decided to get out of it, simply because I didn't have patience to wait for it. It really took a long time, and I just said, forget it, and I got out of it. Nevertheless, it was in some profit, right? Very small profit, but still some profit. Now, seeing what was happening right there, I decided that, especially here, there was a candle, like a third candle. There was a bit of a more momentum on the M15. That's the candle right here, somewhere around 1600 hours. So 1600 hours, that would be, let's check. Okay, so that was this candle right here. So this candle right here, yeah. So I did this, and I figured out that it could be a good opportunity to get in, because the market uh, just a pretty big chance that the market would go up somewhere up there. So that's what I did. I clicked on it. Yeah, I set up my trade. No, I don't exactly remember. I think, yeah, because the stop loss, you can't see the stop loss very well. Stop loss is right there. So something like this, or not exactly like this. Maybe like this. Yeah, like this. Exactly like this. This is what I did, right? This is where I measured it, and I opened a trade right there, or basically on this candle, when the price was jumping right there on this candle, it moved back, and it took my opened my position, right, with the expert advisor. And basically it first gave me a little bit of hope of going up, and then turned around. I still, here on this consolidation, I still was hoping for it to go the other direction, but then it started going down, 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 and I basically closed the trade before it even reached the stop loss. I was even thinking to close it earlier, right there at this level, but somehow, it just went down, so I managed to close it here. And then because this volatility suddenly went up right here, I turned around at four lots, and I made a profit. In other words, I made over 2 times this loss. Okay, so something like I lost like $16. No, no, not $13, and made $28 right here. So something like that, and that was enough. Like I said, like I always say. At this moment, my only goal is to make more profit than I lost there. So I'm not really waiting then for the market to move wherever it's going to move. My goal is only to make up for the loss right there. So that's what happened. That's it. I was then looking at the market, and thinking, well, maybe they're gonna move right now, but when the market moves uh, a distance like this, then it becomes a little bit foolish. Yeah, I mean, the stop loss distances becomes far, yeah, or big, like 33 pips already. So situation is kind of well, it did suggest that the market might be trying to go back to the daily close from yesterday right here, but it just bounced off this support line again, and turned almost all the way back up. So then, well, I said, well, then it's risky. I don't know what to do now. So I was waiting all the way until I saw this candle. And when I saw this candle, I figured out there might be a long trade. Let's see if I was right. I mean, if that's what I'm talking about. I didn't make any trades here. I didn't make any trades here. I made a trade. I made a trade right there. You know? So this is the M15 right there, and yeah, I was it was a little bit different. I was looking at the market but not really paying attention, and then the market was going up and down, up and down. You see these candles here. I was more concentrated, I think, here on this on the Renko bar, and I saw that the market is just going up and back, and that's very irritating. I know that if I had taken a trade right there, I would have either lost it or just got out at some very small profit, like before, on some trailing stop. So basically, this candle right here was the momentum that I figured out that they might be trying to, the market might be trying to continue. That's like 1915 minutes, 1900 hours and 15 minutes. So 1900 hours and 15 minutes, let's find it. Is this one? Yeah, it's exactly this one. It's exactly this one, 1915 minutes. That's where that's where I was, that's where I was trying to go long. Yeah, this one, right there. Yeah, right there. That's where I was trying to go long. And I think I was measuring it from this distance right there, like this. Only I moved the stop loss, or I didn't move. Let's see. Ah, that's not the line. I didn't. The stop loss is right there, so I did move the stop loss. Yeah. Because the stop loss is right there, so I either did that or I clicked it like this here. No, yeah. Primarily, I was trying to. When I was figuring out the market, I clicked it right there. But since I didn't get the opportunity, I mean the price moved away right here. So when the price moved away, come on, what happened? Okay, now it's gone. Okay, so when the price moved away, I then took it to this level, but I moved the stop loss to this level, right? And then I got something like this, and and I waited. I waited. First, they showed the market showed some kind of inclination to go up, but then all of a sudden moved back. I still waited, and it started going back up. I had some more hopes, but then again it stopped. So I got out of it. I said, no, this is again taking too long, because you see there's one M15, a second one, a third one. There's only 45 minutes. That's an hour. It's an hour. So it's over an hour waiting for something that's not happening. I decided I'm getting out. I decided it's the end of the day, and that's it. Yeah, and that's the end of the day. So basically, the day was both good and not so good. I mean, it wasn't so good in terms of profit, because I was going very light, very cautious, and trading very cautious. But on the other hand, I did make some profit, however small, it's still profit. I didn't lose any trade. I mean, I lost one trade, yeah, but I made it up. So generally not so bad, even though the market, well, it wasn't a very favorable market. But yeah, but basically the best thing to do now, from the perspective of the whole day, the best thing to do was like this. So something like I already showed you. Simply get the resistance and the support and trade between. Simply trade between the resistance and the support. Take a couple of trades just between the resistance and support, and it would be maybe one trade, another trade, two, maybe a third trade here, three, maybe a fourth trade, so four trades, yeah, and then in situation of a consolidation, and that's it. I mean, surely now we can say that there might have been another occasion just right at the end. So after 2100 hours, we could have maybe tried to get something at this level, right? There would have been like five to six pips right there. Yeah, not very much, not very many, but still, yeah, a possibility. Yeah. But knowing the way the market was behaving, I decided that I don't have any more patience for today. Okay, so that's what the day looked like today. Well, I think okay, that's all. Please subscribe. Please like my YouTube channel, and I invite everybody to my Discord server. The link is below in the description. In my Discord server, on my Discord server, you can see all those trades live. I was streaming live almost all day today, except for a couple of hours where I had an internet problem, but I reset the internet and everything was working again. So please join me there. And yeah, and that's all. Thank you very much. See you next time.